On the night of January 17th, 2021, there was a house party going on at the home of 22-year-old Mary Ann Oliver Snow, also known as Yandere Freak or Snow the Salt Queen. There were 6 guests, including roommate Helen Rose Hastings, who was 18 years old. Both Mary Ann and Helen went by the pronouns they, them. By all accounts, there was a lot of drinking going on at this house party. The guests were having vodka with sodas. Some people at the party, including Snow, also reported that they had been smoking weed. This lively bunch of friends were cosplay enthusiasts, and many were also TikTok performers. As the night wore on, some people got rowdier than others. Suddenly, a shot rang out, and Helen was on the floor with a head wound. Snow was screaming that it was an accident. Snow has been charged with manslaughter. Was this a simple accident or something more sinister? Let's take a look. Helen was the only daughter of Philip Hastings and Susan Rosenberg. Her parents were both geneticists. Philip was 65 and Susan was in her 40s when Helen was born. Helen was always intelligent, friendly, and extroverted. As Helen grew older, they struggled with anxiety, depression, and an eating disorder. In 8th grade, Helen found joy in cosplay after attending their first convention. Helen also found comfort in the company of her therapy cat, Willa.
Unicorn cat. Oh my god, unicorn baby. Aren't you majestic?
It was through the cosplay events in the Houston area that Helen, who was about 15 years old, met Snow, who was around 19 years old at the time. Snow was already quite popular. Cosplay's great. My family and I have attended a few conventions. We're more into the DC universe and original characters, though. Anyway, Helen's mother felt that Snow was a bad influence. Snow drank and smoked weed. The summer of 2020, during the pandemic, Helen moved in with Snow. In the fall, Helen moved to Ohio. Helen was a freshman at Oberlin College there. In November of 2020, the campus sent everyone home due to lockdown. Helen returned to Snow's house and took online courses. Helen was planning to return to campus in January of 2021. Snow was a bit mean and possessive of the characters they portrayed, especially Junko, who is a Yandere. Snow would bully anyone else who cosplays as Junko. A Yandere sometimes kills the one they love so that no one else can have them. Snow's Instagram bio stated, "In real life, Junko Enoshima." In January 2019, Snow posted a video and they were dancing on graves in a cemetery, even giving a headstone a sort of lap dance. When viewers spoke out about how disrespectful the video was, Snow lashed out, saying they did not understand why it was wrong and claiming to have had permission. The cemetery made a public statement that Snow did not have permission and would be arrested if they returned. Snow never apologizes when called out for behaving badly and seems to thrive on controversy.
As for the graveyard, I never intended it to be offensive content. It never even crossed my mind. And that doesn't make it any better, and I understand that. There was lots of people's feelings who were hurt, and I am very, very sorry. And I don't mean it like, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, because some people like to take it when I say that. I mean legitimately, I never intended for anyone to be hurt by that. I really never thought that anyone would even care. And when I found out that people did, I was taken aback by it, because I really didn't understand. And I understand that now, and I'll never use graves like that again.
Snow told police that the Glock that was used had been left at her home by an ex-boyfriend. Snow claimed that everyone at the party had played with it and that Snow had no idea it was loaded. Witness statements agree with Snow's statement that Snow had been drinking heavily and that Snow went and got the Glock and put it in their pocket. Most statements do not state that anyone else was touching it, though. Snow stated that she pulled it out and brandished it because Gotham was on TV, and it resembled the one that the Penguin had. Snow stated that Helen asked them to pretend to use the gun on them. None of the witness statements that I read mentioned Helen asking for this, though. Snow put the Glock to Helen's head and fired. Helen was barely breathing and had near to zero brain activity. Helen had signed an organ donor card, so their parents agreed to keep Helen on life support long enough to arrange for the transplants. 2 days later, on January 19th, they let Helen go. The tragedy was kept so quiet that many people thought that Helen had taken their own life. No one had a clue that Snow had been involved. Even though they had just lost their friend, Snow never made a statement about it. On January 21st, Snow posted that they were going to take a hiatus, but gave no reason why. On February 10th, they announced that the hiatus was over. They returned to TikTok with a lot of videos involving blood and violence while they danced and smiled. It was not until after the story broke in September that Snow's main account was deleted and their secondary account was set to private. Their videos live on over the internet, though, as they have been shared in so many places, and there are accounts dedicated to sharing Snow's content. According to their lawyer, Snow has been struggling to process the accident, and they have not received any psychological counseling whatsoever in the past few months. This does not make sense, though, because after their arrest in January, as one of the conditions of bail, Snow was required to seek mental health treatment. In August, there was a motion to revoke Snow's bail, as they had violated the terms of their release at least 16 times. Due to the virus, it was determined that Snow would remain on bond. On December 3rd, another motion was filed to revoke Snow's bail. This time, they had tried to use someone else's urine sample, which they had hidden inside a prophylactic inside their person, to try to fool the drug and alcohol screening. Snow's next court date is January 20th, 2022. At that hearing, they're going to discuss the bond situation. This whole tragedy could have been prevented if Snow had just followed basic safety protocols, including not playing with a weapon, never assuming a weapon is not loaded, and not messing around with a weapon while intoxicated. A few people close to this case have voiced concern that a favorite character of Snow's killed someone that they loved. Then that character had their memory erased and they came back as someone new. They're wondering if this is what Snow intends to do. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
I do like Harley Quinn, but I only really like the version of her that's portrayed in the comics and in the cartoon. But not the Suicide Squad version. She's not good, but I love her character in the comics. She's so... yes. I love the comic.
Thank you for watching Another Day in the Car with Jules.